On October 13, 1972, a Fairchild FH-2227D of the Uruguayan Air Force lifted off from Mendoza, Argentina, carrying a rugby team, their friends and family, 45 souls in all. Their destination was Santiago, just across the Andes. But ahead of them lay a mountain range where storms were fierce, winds were merciless, and navigation mistakes could turn the sky into a trap. As the aircraft entered cloud-covered peaks, the pilots believed they had already crossed the mountains. They had not. A violent downdraft slammed the plane downward. Metal screamed. The wings tore away against jagged rock. The tail split from the fuselage, and what remained of the aircraft slid like a thrown spear across the frozen slope at more than 300 kilometers per hour. When the world finally went silent, the surviving passengers opened their eyes to a nightmare. The fuselage lying half buried in snow, bodies scattered, the cold cutting through their bones like knives. They were stranded at 3,600 meters in the heart of the Andes, one of the deadliest environments on Earth. For the first night, they huddled together inside the broken plane, using seat cushions as blankets and hoping the rescue teams were already on their way. But deep in the mountains, hope travels slowly. Over the next days, they learned the truth. Search planes were flying above them, but the fuselage, white against endless snow, was almost impossible to see. And then, through a small radio they had repaired, they heard the unthinkable. The search for them had been called off. The mountains swallowed their cries, but they did not surrender. Temperatures plunged below -20 degrees. Avalanches roared down the slopes. Food ran out within days, and with no vegetation, no animals, no way out, the survivors faced a decision no human ever wishes to face: to stay alive. They would have to use the bodies of their fallen friends as their only source of nourishment. It was not taken lightly. It was not done without tears. But it was done to honor life, not to desecrate it. A pact of survival forged in the deepest, coldest corner of the earth. Then came the avalanche. One night, without warning, a mass of snow crashed into the fuselage, burying the survivors and killing 8 more. In suffocating darkness, they clawed upward with frozen hands, breaking through the snow and pulling each other toward the faint light. 72 days passed, each one a battle against cold, hunger, and despair. 2 of the strongest among them, Fernando Parrado and Roberto Canessa, made a decision that changed everything. They would climb out of the Andes on foot. Clad in homemade snowshoes, carrying bits of insulation and a few scraps of food, they began a trek that seemed impossible. They climbed ridges that pierced